Ernest here, and welcome to another episode of New in Town. Hope you guys are having a great day today. As you can hear, we have music playing. Maybe you can hear that. I'll have to remember to turn down the normal audio track. Yeah, so I completely missed the fact that our bard up there sold a music disc. So we now have a disc playing, and we have a Strength 3 buff while we are in town. And I'm going to turn that off now because it gets a little annoying after a while, as do the particles, so I might have to turn those off. Yeah, we also built this haunted mansion, which I was a little perplexed by, but Kanokarab dropped a comment on the video and suggested we attempt to commune with the spirits that are in here. So remember, we had this little issue where we were getting bumped around, and there are these particles that you can see right there. There's also some here. There are some right there, up there, and then I put a ladder in here so that we could, well, maybe get up to the top. And there we go. And there are particles here as well. Well, if we right-click on these particles, you'll see there's a ghost here that we can trade for experience. So this one we can trade 3 gas tiers for some enchanting. And then if we go down here, the ghosts in the lower level will trade Spider Eyes for enchanting, Bottle O enchanting. This one up here will take Rotten Flesh, and this one here will take Jack-o'-lantern. So I brought a couple along, so I thought we would get some of that so we can have some enchanting to go along. But I thought that was really cool, and I'm thankful for the tip from Kanokarab as to how to make use of our haunted mansion. So, yeah, I spent a little bit of time between episodes organizing things and cleaning out some of my chests in here. So now I have a precious resources box, and of course sometimes they don't all go in. I've got food in here. If I'm quick as I go through here, I can put it back, and then some resources. So starting to make use of that. I also managed to get Silk Touch on an axe and rescued this beehive. I've relocated it here for now. I think maybe at some point in the future we will actually make an apiary to add to the town. My list of custom structures that I want to add, like things that I want to build, is growing, because we need a place for our villagers to work. So we need a stable. We need, I think, a library. We probably need a forge. We need an apiary. There will probably be more that I add to the list as we go through. But for right now, I don't have any seeds. For right now, I want to actually fill in this plot here. I'll just grab all of those for right now. And then we will have it for when we're ready to build, which is not going to be in this episode today. But all it takes for an empty plot is doing that. And there we go. And then we can build this whenever we want, but we have the option now to continue to extend out this way when we are ready to add some more buildings. And I'm going to need to take this tree farm down at some point. I'm not quite ready to do that. So that is that. So things have been coming along really nicely here in the village. We've been expanding. Things have been very peaceful since we vanquished the Tyrant. And if you remember in the last episode, we went out to cure the zombie villager out there named Harold. And I felt kind of bad that he was just left out there. So I went and paid him a visit. I offered him a chance to come back and join the town where he used to be a part of and could feel welcome, but he was kind of adamant that he would prefer to stay away from civilization, just too many bad experiences after being held captive by the Tyrant. So I thought that I could at least, make things a little bit more bearable for him and build him a house out here that he could call his own. And so we spent a lot of time talking while I was working on this house, and he shared some insights. So apparently when he was captive of the Tyrant, he overheard a few things. And, you know, we thought that we had caused some problems for the Tyrant by settling and founding this town here in the Overworld. But it turns out that the Tyrant's plans are much greater than we had originally believed from the encounters that we'd had here. Now, we've known that he's based in the Nether, but his plans for the future included not just controlling the Nether, which he already has a pretty strong hold on, but also completely taking over the Overworld and the End Dimension. And Harold even heard mention of the possibility of other dimensions. Now, I don't know what that could possibly mean, because there are only 3 dimensions in Minecraft, but he made it very clear that despite our efforts to vanquish the Tyrant here, he is far from done with his plans. And so he encouraged me in our chat to mount a counteroffensive and take the fight to the Tyrant. Because though we may have gained some peace and security here, there's still a great threat from the Tyrant, and the only way that we can ultimately be safe is by tracking him down and defeating him completely. And so today, we begin to take that fight to the Tyrant. When we first went into the Nether after defeating him, we received this war strategy. It is time to put this strategy into effect and take down the Tyrant, hopefully once and for all. So before we do that, I think I want to make it a little bit easier, since we're going to be spending so much time in the Nether going forward. I want to make it a little bit easier. So I think what I want to do is build a Nether shrine here in town, and then we're going to need to take down the portals that are around here, just so that we can establish a little bit of a better base of operations. So we need to figure out where we want to put this. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking this might be a good place for it. So centrally located, hopefully far. Well, I guess the villagers do live right there. Maybe, you know what? Let's maybe go over here. I don't want to take out the trees. So yeah, maybe the edge of town is a better place for it. And who knows? We might be expanding this way in the future. So I think let's go ahead and put it here. So we need to put all of this in like that. Whoops, not like that. All right, and we have our portal here, which apparently I will need to... Ooh, careful of that. Apparently we'll need to fill this in and light it. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take down the other portals, and we'll get this one all set and ready to go. Our Nether shrine is all ready to go here, and it amazingly generated a new portal in the Nether, so that's pretty nice. But as I was checking the book on it, it turns out that this glass here is actually pretty important, because I don't have Silk Touch on. Yes, I do. No, I don't have Silk Touch on my axe. I don't have Silk Touch on my pickaxe. Yeah, apparently that actually houses the base for a beacon. So let's go ahead and plop down a beacon there. I wish I'd read that before I put that down, because I need more glass. Because had I known that, I'd have put it in a more central location. But, oh well. At least we will have a beacon. Maybe we'll build another one later. It's fine. So, yeah, we're going to get that little advancement. So let's go ahead and pop that down there. And there we go. Bring home the beacon. And I brought this, and let's go with, oh, it doesn't look like, okay, so it's not quite the full, beacon. So we can go with speed or haste. I guess we'll go with speed. We can move around the village a little bit faster. There we go. All right. So before we go, I want to pop down some fence gates just so that our villagers do not accidentally wander into this portal. Looks like we're good from the back. Let's put that there for now. And it is time to begin the counteroffensive. So here we are. This is where we are going to be getting things started in the Nether. And I have not explored this part of the pack at all in my testing world, so all of this is going to be brand new. I haven't seen any videos on what happens in this portion of the campaign, so we're all going to be doing this together. There's a basalt delta there. The only thing that I do know is I'm pretty sure it's advisable to be doing this over a lava lake, which I thought there was one close. There, it's down there. I also don't want to get lost, so we got to be careful about that. So we need to find just the right place to get this started, and this is not it. But actually, that looks like it might be a decent possibility if we can get there. There's the portal. Okay. So we might have to create a path. I'm being very cavalier about jumping around here. I should probably be a little more careful. All right, I think yeah, that's what I was looking for. So let's make our way down here. We're just going to jump. It's all right. I need to get some enchanted boots pretty soon because I don't think I have any feather falling. Here we go. All right. So, yeah. So this is right at the edge of a lava lake. I think this will be a good place to start. Let's go here. And here we go. Start the counteroffensive. And here we go. Hopefully this portal is going to link up. So, here is our war strategist. And essentially we're going to be building our own fortress. So I'm a little curious about this portal. Let's see if it takes us back to our Nether Shrine. It does not. It takes us to a dark, scary cave. Oh, and, okay. So we might have to work on linking our portals up. We might have to build another one in the overworld just so we can get through a little bit better. Anyway, we got a chest here, crafting table, furnace, and the war strategist. So what do you have to offer? So, the counter-offensive site recipes, the tyrannical heart, which will get us gold, and gold will get us eyes of ender. So I need to go back and get a feather, and then we can get started. Feather in hand, let's take a look at this. So here we go. Use this book as guidance for building your nether fortress. Put the requisite items in the war planner at the edges of the platform's bridges, and I'll build the appropriate feature. So here was what we have. The respawn platform, crimson arbor, warped arbor, basalter, a warped pit, hoglin pen, a weaponsmith, an armorer, a demolitions bridge, a magical farm, a strider dock, a ghast balloon, soul forge, a barter platform, a doom pump, an empty platform, a bridge, a forbidden steeple, and a nether keep. So I'm guessing that this probably progresses similarly to how it did in the overworld. And I also know that there are some structures that we will need to find as we progress with this. So let me take a little bit of time to go through this book and find out what all the different things are and what we'll need, and then we will begin building our fortress. After looking through all of the recipes, I've got a little bit of an idea of what kind of resources I want to, or not resources, structures I want to add to our fortress. Unfortunately, They all require resources that I do not have at all. Most of them require warped or crimson wood, and lots of other things that I just don't have in large quantities right now. And unfortunately, the Nether here is mostly wastes in most directions. And so, I think what we are going to do is we are just going to call it an episode here. I'm going to spend some time between episodes going out and gathering all of the resources that I need to get started, and also coming up with a plan for which structures we want to add and what order we want to add them in. There's a lot of good things here that will help make things easier as we go through. And we'll just need to figure out what we want. Also, we get daily resources in here, just like we do in the Overworld. We get nether brick and gold, so that's pretty good. Gold is it's obviously the currency in here, but if we look at the recipes in here, they require gold as kind of the center, as opposed to the building permits that we have in the Overworld. But I'm excited for this. I also checked on this portal, and we're not going to be able to use it because it's several hundred blocks away from the town. So we will we'll get a better path cut. It's really not that far up to our portal there. So we'll just build a fairly safe path down here. It gets us pretty quickly. And one thing that we can do is we can expand this way so that we can get here a little bit faster. So, guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe, and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.